Sony fans all over the world are declaring the console war over.
Console wars are officially over, and I have to admit that I didn't really expect this bloodbath to go so badly for everybody. Like,
if PlayStation goes multi-plat, we're not going to hear the end of it. Well, no, that will be the end of it. If PlayStation, like, the moment a single-player game goes multi-platform, to a lot of people, it's already over. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, there are ponies all over the world who are saying it's already over. But, I mean, someone should have told these ponies that in 2019, Phil Spencer said this: the business isn't how many consoles you sell. Or in 2020, when Phil Spencer said, we are not driven by how many consoles we sell. So more than 6 years ago, the Xbox team, the Xbox management will not focus on solely selling consoles, and that is recorded here in history for us. So while the ponies were battling for consoles, Xbox focused from since 2019, I think even before that, I think even since 2016, their focus was never the consoles. I mean, if Microsoft really wanted to focus on the consoles, they would have kept all Activision Blizzard games exclusive to their box and then sell their box. But the mere fact that they didn't do that proves that they have not been console warring for a very, very long time. But what do I know? I mean, everyone knows that this console war is tiring. So tiring that one of the ponies who would have declared PlayStation Civil War.
I'm going to say it publicly. I feel that there is a valid reason to publicly announce a PlayStation Civil War.
Yeah! They squabbling out there now. Yeah!
Yes, that dude who would have declared the Civil War. I mean, the console war is so tiring that he was caught sleeping on stream. I mean, he is sleeping on the battlefield. Wow. When you are sleeping on the battlefield like this, it's time to throw in the towel. Yeah, throw in the towel, ponies. I mean, look, listen to this guy snoring on stream. I never thought I would have seen the day when persons are sleeping on stream. I mean, pack it up, ponies, pack it up. This is embarrassing. So seeing that the console war is over and seeing that I was trained to battle with these ponies.
Oh, that's all I ever studied. That's why I'm so feared. That's why they feared me when I was in the ring. Because that's all I was an annihilator. That's all I was born for. And now those days are gone. It's empty. I'm nothing.
No, I wouldn't go as far as to say I'm nothing. But now, welcome to the content war, yes? Seeing that Microsoft is putting their games or some of their games onto PlayStation and PlayStation is putting some of their games onto Xbox. Welcome to the ages of the content wars. You guys ain't getting rid of me so easily. So sit back and relax. Let's talk about how the ponies were wrong again, and we will see how another game is rumored to be coming to the Xbox. And guess what, ponies? It ain't no games as a service. Let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. So we're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, guys. Do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Doing so will give you some great Xbox content. We sometimes throwing some Nintendo news there. And of course, we specialize in disciplining the arrogant ponies. Yes, that is our specialty. So if this type of content interests you, consider hitting the like and subscribe button today. Now let's get back to the video. I was told by the PlayStation community that Xbox was moving away from the hardware business. Could you guys remember when IGN said that about, or tweeted that about 4 times in one day? IGN tweeted, Xbox is dead, says founding team member. It looks like Xbox has no desire or literally can't ship hardware anymore. They also said one of the original founding members of Xbox, Laura Fryer, believes the firm's hardware ambitions are dead. So yes, IGN was very happy to say or quote what Laura Fryer said about Xbox hardware. I mean, ponies all over the internet, J-Dub, we have seen James, all of these guys were saying that the Xbox console is dead. This is what these guys were saying. I mean, let's actually listen to Laura Fryer and what she had to say concerning the Xbox console.
I'm sad because from my perspective, it looks like Xbox has no desire or literally can't ship hardware anymore. So this partnership is about a slow exit from the hardware business completely. Personally, I think Xbox hardware is dead.
Yes, everyone was saying that Xbox consoles are dead. They don't sell consoles, why make it? Well then, tell me why. I am seeing Jason Runnels, the head of Xbox hardware, saying and having an interview about the next Xbox console. Listen and let's see what Jason Ronald is saying here.
I'd love to talk about what you guys are kind of working on. What's top of mind for you?
Yeah, so we've been working really hard over the last several months. In fact,
It's how are you guys working hard in the past several months and you guys are moving away from the console business? You guys should be doing nothing. Why are you working hard? I mean, I don't understand it. The pony said you guys are not doing anything in the hardware business.
feels like the hardest I've ever seen the team working. There's just so much going on right now.
Yeah.
On the console, a lot of what we're working on is really stuff that's like under the hood. When we
Stop lying, man. You guys aren't working on any consoles. Samsung, Asus, ROG, all these people are working on the console, not the Xbox team. Stop lying, man.
release something that's on PC or for cloud gaming or on mobile, we really want that feature to go everywhere. And so that's a lot of the investments that we're making. Also, you know, Jason mentioned the Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X. We've been working like gangbusters to get that released in time for this holiday. And then on the Xbox experience on PC, there's just feature after feature after feature that I think we're going to be getting into later that we're rolling out in the coming weeks.
You know, that's so good. So what can you tell us about what all this means for the future of Xbox?
When we think about the future of the Xbox, we're really focused on how do we put the player at the center of the experience. And when you really look at how modern players play games today, the vast majority play across multiple different devices. Yeah. You know, and I can speak to myself as an example. Like I was traveling a lot earlier this year. So there was a bunch of games where I would start playing on my Xbox Ally, and then I would come home and now I want the full fidelity experience when I'm home on my console, on my big screen TV. And so what we're really focused on is how do we evolve the Xbox ecosystem to allow players to play the games wherever you want to play them, while at the same time we're continuing to build dedicated devices that are optimized for gaming, like the Xbox Ally or our next generation console.
What did he say? What did he say?
Dedicated devices that are optimized for gaming, like the Xbox Ally or our next generation console.
Wait 1 minute. How are you guys making new hardware when Dreamcast guy told me you guys are dead? How are you making more hardware when Twitter told me you guys are moving away from consoles? It seems like you are going different from what these ponies were telling me all this time. I mean, I'm so confused.
We're also seeing a really strong alignment with developers as well. You know, one of the things that we see is for titles that support Xbox Play Anywhere, they're seeing more play because now the game's available on many more screens. So there's many more opportunities for me to play. And then when I think about Game Pass, In this past year, we had record Game Pass revenue, and we had our all-time high on payouts to developers that participate in Game Pass.
Accusations! These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
in addition to that, we're also seeing double-digit growth in both our first-party and third-party transactions as well.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So whether or not you choose to subscribe to Game Pass or you choose to buy games from Xbox, it's just providing many more opportunities for developers to reach players within our community.
Okay, so we talked about cloud gaming, we've talked about PC, talked a little bit about the hardware, but I'd love to dive in more to the console specifically, right?
My dude, you're asking about something that Jason cannot talk about because he is not doing anything with the next generation Xbox console. It is another company. It's a third-party company doing this. So if it is you want to know about the next generation Xbox PC, you need to ask those companies. Jason cannot talk about something that he's not working on. Come on, are you not listening to Twitter and the ponies?
So, Ronald, I think this question's for you, but Sarah recently announced Xbox's partnership with AMD on our next generation hardware lineup. And not gonna lie, I was super excited to see that, obviously, and I'm a little partial. I am in hardware, I will say it. Cards on the table. But what can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So Xbox and AMD have had a decades-long partnership, really innovating and driving the next generation of gaming. And we're excited to continue that relationship as we look forward to the future of Xbox. So last month, we announced a multi-year strategic partnership that spans multiple products across console, cloud, PC, and handheld. And we're deeply focused on hardware and silicon innovation and how we can push the boundaries beyond the current generation of devices. But this is really all grounded in the work we're doing to create a unified platform that allows players to play across devices and in entirely new ways. And it's really about ensuring that gameplay is not locked to an individual device or an individual storefront. And it's really just the recognition of, like you said, if we built our libraries across a whole set of different services, we want to put that entire library front and center no matter where you choose to play. So together with AMD, we're designing dedicated silicon and hardware to enable the next generation of gaming experiences. And so that means we're investing deeply in the next generation of rendering technologies, such as neural rendering, which will bring a new level of fidelity to the quality of the games that you're having. And it's really about deepening the immersion between you and the gameplay experience that you have. We're also investing in dedicated silicon to enable the next generation of AI capabilities that will be transformative in how you actually experience your gameplay. And also provides a new surface that developers can actually take advantage of and deliver new kinds of experiences that they've never been able to deliver before. And all of this actually even starts with this year with the Xbox Ally, because the Xbox Ally X has a dedicated NPU, which allows us to start experimenting and trying some of these AI-powered experiences well before we get to our next generation console.
Yeah.
And
Truth is that Xbox is actually making a next console, and as a matter of fact, they are going to push the boundaries when it comes to making new hardware. As you would have heard, they are testing out the AI features with the ROG Ally X with that NPU. Yes, that NPU would help them get data to see how AI would work on a console. So we are seeing that Xbox is yet again innovating when it comes to home consoles. So we could expect some very amazing things in the coming years when it comes to console gaming. What do you expect to see in the near future? And finally, the Pony barn is going crazy because why? There is another rumor that is talking about, another game, this time not a games as a service coming to Xbox, and that is Returnal. Now, we remember when Dr. Seed said he would have heard from his insider, from his sources, his bosses, and his horses, that guess what? That PlayStation is not making any other game for the Xbox, not porting any other game for the Xbox. But it appears this rumor is questioning Detective Seed's ability to really prove he's a real detective. Now, the Pony Barn is going crazy as they speculate what Sony is doing. They can't understand why Sony is even thinking about bringing these games.
why would Returnal go to Xbox anyway? I don't know. I don't think I don't think outside of live service we're going to see a lot of titles go over. Now, I speculated you could see some PlayStation 4 titles go over. You could see like Spider-Man 1 go over. You know, you could see something like that. Where they're sort of saying, well, this is an older game. It's already been ported to PC. It's a PS4 game, so you could definitely get it to run on a Series S, no problem. You know, but after that, you would think as this gen is coming to an end, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, they may see something that I don't. I'm not the one in charge. I'm just, from my own perspective and from what I've been observing, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to start porting games over there, especially if you're only going to port to the Series X. I don't know. That seems like a real weird move. It'd be a weird move for Xbox, that's for sure.
Now these guys are backpedaling more than Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Hey, moonwalk.
We have to hurry to support the
So there you have it, guys. There you have it. The PlayStation community is going crazy. They don't know what Sony is doing. They can't comprehend it because guess what? They sold all these consoles, but yet this is going crazy. So let me hear what you think about everything that has been said. Let me hear what you think about the information that was given today in the comment section. So don't forget to like and subscribe.
The odds weren't in our favor to begin with.
Later.
Now there's a mutiny within. There's a high chance the enemy will take the castle.